Hi Duncan, Eric, David, Kayla, Victoria, Kylie, Carl, Jess, Nico, Ivan, Natalie, Kyla, David. Thanks for coming today. I would love for you to tell me something about Cesar, memory, interaction, anything you want. Go for it.
That humility that he had, that sometimes I think masks as insecurity or anxiety, I think was one of his most lovable traits, that he had this whole community that surrounded him and loved him.
Sassy, loving, and caring. That was Cesar.
That was Cesar for
Plus
sure.
many other things that I can't disclose.
No, true.
And then I remember like one day, like out of the blue, like I was talking about my birthday, and he's like, "You didn't invite me," and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I remember that. I remember that.
And then I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and then I sent it to him, and then he showed up and then gave me the biggest hug and like everything, and I was just like, "Oh my god, like why am I blocking my community? You know?" So let people in, y'all.
Let people in.
Love.
We went out to a gay bar, but I got really fucked up.
Yeah.
He took care of me. Cesar took care of me, and he gave me a shirt to go to work.
Aww.
And I still have that shirt till this day.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And whenever I wear that white shirt, button up, it feels like he's giving me a big hug.
And we had both ordered the same thing, but Cesar got fries and I didn't. And I was like, damn, I should have gotten fries. But he so graciously shared them with me. And
he loves to eat, so I'm surprised he did that actually.
And we just met too. And I was like, oh my god, you know.
I just feel like all of the moments that I remember Cesar is just like him being catty, being silly, like dancing. I remember like him dancing at that party. Like threw shade at each other, of course, because that is what you do when you welcome someone to the group. But I feel like after that we bonded in a way that I've like very much like felt comfortable around him.
And you know, it's bottomless brunch, we have our mimosas flowing, and we were like, you know, we're all drunk, so we're like, let's go plan a trip to the Hamptons. And then Dan was like, oh, like the Hamptons are expensive, and I was like, yeah, they're kind of expensive. And Cesar was like, it's okay, I enjoy the finer things in life. And it's like when I literally say that like on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like whenever I wanted to like treat myself or indulge, I'm like, I enjoy the finer things in life.
There was a point in time where I was so new to New York and I didn't have a place to stay, and I was basically like homeless, and so I was couch surfing for like a period of time. And Cesar basically just like welcomed me with like an open arms.
He really touched many lives, especially mine. He will forever be in my heart. I remember this one time that he came over and he was like, let's make Arizona hot dogs. It's basically a hot dog wrapped in bacon with chili, beans, and jalapenos. And I swear we ate that for like 3 days straight. It was delicious. And I'm like, Cesar, I'm gonna make one of those hot dogs.
I think, as a lot of the people that spoke today said, 6 months, 2 years can feel like a lifetime. So very thankful for the memories that I shared with him. And I think the most important thing to remember is that everyone had their path, had their experience with Cesar. But hearing everyone speak about it, we lived the same life. Like, Cesar was a very consistent person.
No offense, was always like the nicest one to me, I feel. Like just the most approachable and like had the best timing, like everyone says, is just like incredibly humor and way.
my biggest supporter when I did not see my potential or believe in myself. He was always there to tell me that I was a bad bitch, that I was golden, I was like one of a kind. He saw things in me that I didn't see in myself, and that was so beautiful and special.
He was one of the first friends that I made. He definitely made me feel very comfortable, like someone I could trust him right away. He was just very out there. He like pulled me aside and was like already like talking about the other coworkers, and we were like laughing. It was like my first week, and I was like, I like this guy. Like this is a good guy.
Yo a César, aunque lo conocí muy poco, al mismo tiempo lo conocí bastante. Una persona radiante, con mucha felicidad. Aunque él decía que no tenía sueños, él tenía bastantes sueños. Tiene muchos amigos, me alegro que mucha gente haya venido. Me alegro que forme una parte de mi vida, me ayudó muchas cosas.
Because you are Cesar, you are you, and I think a lot of us are sometimes afraid to be who we are. one thing I'm definitely going to learn from just knowing you is like always be yourself, always go after what you want, and always just love life to the fullest. Thank you, Cesar, for touching my life, and you've touched so many other people's lives too.
It feels like in many ways you are the reason why I came to New York. And when I was in grad school, when I was set to go on a path that didn't feel right, I really craved queer Latina community, and I knew that it just had to be in New York, and I didn't know anyone who fit that, so I just knew like it awaited me there. And you were the first person who I met who I knew I wanted to keep in my life because they embodied that so proudly and perfectly and lovingly. And so thank you for being the reason why I came to New York.
Hard to see so many beautifully different people that Cesar, one, had built and invested in incredible relationships with. I love you, Cesar. I miss you. And we're always thinking of you.
He was the best. I'm gonna miss him.
Whatever the wine summary.
He lives on. He is an amazing example of how kindness stretches and how to really grow a community. He was only in New York for so little, and like look at how many people came to support him. So yeah, Cesar lives on.
Yeah, I'll always cherish that moment, that memory, where, you know, we were strangers and then we weren't.
It feels like really indescribable that he is not, you know, here anymore. But all of these memories together will be able to like bring us around him.
That's how we'll keep him alive.
You know, I'm glad that we got to share that little moment before. Talk about our culture, and you know, it feels like a loss for that community and that cultural identity here in New York. So yeah, I'm gonna miss us a lot.
I miss you too.
I'm really gonna miss him. Like the random text messages, the random phone calls, hanging out. I love you, Cesar, so much, and we're gonna keep your memory alive.
He was just always someone I could trust and was really real, as a lot of people have said at this gathering. He is just one of the realest people I've ever met, and I will definitely miss him. I love him a lot.
Estoy feliz de haberlo conocido y realmente yo espero que esté en un lugar mejor, que sepa que acá hay mucha gente que lo quiere y que siempre va a estar con él y que va a ser siempre parte de nosotros, que siempre vamos a recordar.
And I'm going to continue and honor your memory and your love and your being by continuing to meet people and bringing them together close to our queer Latina community. And make sure that no one, like, that your memory lives on and that we all remember. And we'll continue to talk about you because you're always here with us.
You're my family forever, and again, I'll see you in the next life. So.